On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Jairo on the sideline.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. This will be a great test, a separator, the first conference game of the year with two teams that are undefeated. He knows that whoever wins this game will have a leg up in the standings, but more importantly, set the tone for the conference season. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Golden Gophers ready to kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington's offense will have the ball first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He barreled his way into the end zone 5 times, leading them to victory last time out. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant, physical trenches.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Throwing, Williams. Got the quick pass. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Might be changing the route. Third down from the gun, Williams. Snagged out of the air. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Williams. Quickly out to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarter.
Finding some room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here from their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Husky.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Minnesota's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Drake Lindsey. More than 300 yards and 3 scores in his last outing. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Makes a move. And there he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on it, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moss. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separate.
Makes a grab and room to run. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Williams throws to the wideout. Snags it. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Quarterback making adjustments. On the snap, it's Washington. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Catch in the middle, it's Taylor.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run
the Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Makes the grab. It's Tracy. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game.
There's some room. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Excellent pass by the back on the option. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
Number 42, set to kick it off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams to throw. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give is to Taylor. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day.
And he's in! Touchdown, Minnesota!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, checking in from the Washington sideline. This has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing, Williams. That's reeled in, it's Lawson. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters.
There's a crease. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him, and you know it's a long game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He might want another play. Williams. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moss. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Looks as if he's going to run it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Washington stops the clock and uses its 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Huskies back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Here's a give to Washington. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Williams finds the tight end. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Gives it on the option. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 4 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Sooners with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside Husky Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put us. And here comes the punt team. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Finds a crease at the 20. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. And the Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Washington again. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Washington. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Here's Williams to throw. The short hands, it's Boston. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap, it's Washington. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Give to Washington again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Quickly complete. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Throwing, Williams makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
On the draw, it's Taylor. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a first down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Pulls it in, it's Tracy.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Makes the catch. It's Tracy. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Golden Gophers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Rush is on him. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has...
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Somehow, they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. That's his third touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense...
It's a point in the game, I think.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Williams. Quick completion on the out. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
Booster, booster! Williams will pass. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's Moss. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Quarterback making checks. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback keeps it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Williams. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he's got headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Gophers will take their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On the move. Touchdown, Husky. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Huskies back on top.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there. And the Golden Gophers have their offense in high gear. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Finds his tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's got it and headed the other way, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. Get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts the rest of this game. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Williams to throw. The quick out. Timeout taken by Minnesota. That's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to put a bow on this one. Timeout called by the Golden Gophers, and that's their last one. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung